The Alex gameplay trailer is finally here for Street Fighter 6. I'm going to give you my very first raw, first-time reaction to the gameplay reveal, and then we're going to go in-depth, breaking down frame by frame everything you need to know about Alex and Street Fighter 6. Let's get into it. All right, show me Alex. Let's get it. Here we go.
Guys like me can make some good cash putting their bodies on the line.
Damn, dude, swole.
Besides, I'm used to being hated. Though, lately, I can't help but thinking. It seemed like a lifetime ago that I was spending my time fighting in the streets.
They're really cranking up that New York accent. All right, let's go. Let's see it. I don't even know what just happened. Das Boot? Okay. We got turret combos, overhead. I think that's a regular grab.
I can hear the fans snoring.
Oh my god, he has some kind of command run. Turret combo lows. He has a command hop out of the stance. Anti-air conversions, okay. Dive is returning. Does he have unique regular grabs? Air to air to the knee chop conversion to DDT, or to powerbomb back throw rather. Did he just charge Das Boot? Was the boot charged? Oh my god, the DDT is back. Yes, he has a command run with different options out of it. Level 1 extension there. Damn, he's talking that shit. Why is he so fucking swollen this game? Chop through the projectiles? Did he just destroy his knee? What just happened? I don't know what's happening. I was not prepared. Oh, get that back on screen. Oh, baited the DP with the head stomp. Okay, nice level 2. Stand medium. Oh, your joints are done. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. You're never gonna walk again.
This is my job.
Get the cameras out of here. This is my job. Sheesh, what the? He was beating the brakes out of Ryu there. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait. Did you just give Lariat armor? Wait, he has a different... Oh, this is CA? Was that a little CA preview? What happened at the end there? Please, all I know is, did I see a Lariat with armor at the end? That's all I gotta know.
This is my job.
One-winged angel? Chat's more informed than I am about the wrestling references, that's for sure. Hold on. One more time, please. One more time, please. They was going to hit us with the twist at the end. It must be out of the run, but that terrifies me. That terrifies me. When do we get Alex? On March 17th? Okay, like about 2 months away. Alex went from Unga Bunga to maybe one of the most complex characters they've added to the game. I cannot believe they've done it, but they made my boy a stance character. So we had the Steam blog post and we went through frame by frame to analyze everything we can get out of the Alex gameplay trailer, and he is no longer a charge character, and his most prominent feature is featured right away as soon as the gameplay gets going. Bada bing, bada boom, he is crouching and he's in the Prowler stance. So the main thing to know about Alex is that this move is going to be a key feature in his gameplay. He's able to access this move called Prowler stance, which has over 11 different follow-ups. We got to see a few of these in the trailer, and the blog post from the devs mentions a few of these in detail, but there's still a lot that is left unsaid about this move. So it's clearly a special move that you can access normally for a lot of different follow-ups, but also certain moves, including target combos, charge normals, and special moves will transition naturally back into the stance to help have his offense flow more naturally for both continued combo pressure and for Oki setups. So in this demonstration, he immediately goes into the Prowler stance, which does low profile. It can go underneath some projectiles that was shown in the trailer and also underneath some normals. He cannot block, though, so you have to use it pretty wisely and be able to ebb and weave into this stance. So he approaches with the Prowler stance, and we can see the first mix-up here. We already got to pause and rewind a little bit because the astute among you might notice that this move looks a little bit like a head stomp. So out of the stance, he can actually go into a command hop with the light kick follow-up, and it's sort of like an empty air stampede. It's not the head stomp, it's just, it looks like it at first, and he goes up into the air, and then you can fall with a following normal. Here he falls with a jump heavy punch here, goes right into a crouching heavy punch for a basic combo finisher. Here's a basic whiff punish. That's some sort of stand medium kick into stand medium kick target combo. And that just a little poke there. And then Das Boot returns. Punish counter stand heavy kick causes the crumpled knockdown into his new stand heavy punch palm move right there. Here's a stand medium punch to stand heavy punch, which is like the version of the heavy punch that you saw in Street Fighter V. This causes a knockdown. It's not a hard knockdown. They can quick rise in place to get mixed up with your command grab potential, or you can back rise away. Here he goes for the little overhead towards medium from Street Fighter V. That's back into a regular grab. And the blog post mentions that Alex has about 10 different variations of regular grab. So probably a system like Zangief. They show off a lot of the different grab variations in the trailer. It's most likely performed by holding different directions and probably 5 different directional grabs. And then based on if they're standing or crouching, they probably have different effects, like different amounts of damage and different Oki variations, keeping them closer, further away, more frame advantage, less. So gonna have to understand which option you want to use and when. Next up, Prowler stance underneath the projectile there into the light punch follow-up. I'm kind of guesstimating a few of these. The light punch one wasn't exactly mentioned in the blog post, but I believe this light punch follow-up out of the Prowler stance leaves you in the Prowler stance. You don't immediately leave it when doing certain moves. We see later that out of this punch follow-up, he can go into other Prowler stance moves. So he goes into the punish counter light punch from low profile in the projectile here into another light punch. And then out of that, you can see that he cancels into one of his next special moves, which is Flash Axe this time. So Flash Chop and Flash Axe were combined into one special move. Flash Axe is going to be the light punch and the medium punch version. And that is performed by doing a quarter circle forward and punch, light punch and medium punch, kind of like a fireball input. And the Flash Chop will be quarter circle forward and heavy punch. The light punch version will leave them standing for standing pressure, and the medium punch version will go into the Prowler stance, which is what we see here. So they go into the medium punch flash axe here from this combo conversion and knocks down. You can see how the Prowler stance works with the combo conversion. See how it starts to flow together already? Basic Prowler stance for pressure, combo conversion into the medium flash axe, knockdown. It automatically transitions you back into the Prowler stance, and now Alex is going to approach with the Prowler stance. It automatically lunges you forward, and here he whiffs the light punch at the end of the Prowler stance here, I think just to set up the Oki timing, and goes into another unique regular grab here, one of the 10 different grab animations. Here we have a punish counter combo from stand light kick, another target combo. Stand light kick into a stand medium punch, leaves them standing, so I guarantee you this can be used as a immediate mix, either go into powerbomb command grab or buttons if the opponent tries to jump away from the pressure. And here after they go for a crouching light kick into sweep target combo, which transitions, surprise, surprise, straight into Prowler stance. So a lot of moves on hit and some of them on block transition into this Prowler stance to help get your offensive Oki going. So this time the Prowler stance activates. They go again for the light kick version right away. The fake air stampede, which puts you on this very steep vertical jump, and they fall down with a crouching jump light kick cross up right there. And after this one, finally we see the first demonstration of the actual power bomb, the command grab that gets you scared on defense and opens you up for a lot of the other offensive mix. So you can start to see how a lot of these different moves weave together. Prowler stance into the crouching heavy. So I believe, based on my estimations here, I can't confirm this, I'm not sure if he has access to the shoulder launcher, 2-hit shoulder launcher outside of Prowler stance, but for sure he has it in the Prowler stance. And you can see here how it's used as the anti-air, and he's able to launch Luke there up into the air. And there is another flash axe right there. Gets the knockdown out of that one. So that was the light punch version of it. So it didn't go into the Prowler stance. The medium punch version would give you the Prowler stance right away. And here, we're just showing off the dive punch. So the dive punch returns to bait the anti-airs. Seems like it's less plus on hit because they don't go into a full combo. In Street Fighter V, that was about negative 15 million on block and led into a full combo and hit. They show off another regular grab right after the fact there. Going for pressure. Jump, medium, air to air, showing off some new moves for Alex, the juggle potential there, into the aerial knee right there. So he does have his anti-air knee option. So the blog post gives some details on the aerial knee smash. The light kick and medium kick version are supposed to be fast enough to use as an anti-air, and the heavy punch one is used for combos, and OD will give a hard knockdown. So in Street Fighter V, that anti-air wasn't that good, so it'll be hard to say how effective it is, but you can also, of course, use it in juggles as shown there. All right, charged heavy punch used to kind of reel the hurt box back and make the buttons whiz, so he can charge his heavies. We see there charged stand heavy punch. We'll see, surprise, surprise, charged stand heavy kick later as well. He combos that punish counter into the flash chop, which is quarter circle forward heavy punch, causes the back turn right there, and flash chop can once again be canceled into the power bomb, and you know, get your combo extension that way. Another regular grab here for Alex. There's so many of them. They're showing off all the different variations, and there's still a lot that they didn't show off in the trailer. Charged heavy kick on block. It's got to be plus, right? And there we go. The first example of transition into the Prowler stance on block. I cannot say 100% with certainty if this implies that charged heavy kick is special cancelable or if it automatically transitions to Prowler stance on block. My intuition would say that this is an automatic transition, not a special cancel. It'd be kind of crazy if charge heavy kick is special cancelable, but maybe that's what it is. I can't say for certain, but they're demoing how we can transition at least at minimum to the Prowler stance. And here you see one of the different follow-ups here from the Prowler stance, a low option called Sweep Combination, which can cause a knockdown, and it has a few more special properties. And you see how Sweep Combination keeps you in the Prowler stance on hit, and what do you have out of that? We have more grab. So we're starting to see the flow of these options. So Sweep Combination, if it lands here, you go for the low, it lets you knock him down. But why are they scared of the low? What it's going to keep you from blocking low out of this? Well, what if he goes into Prowler stance and instead punishes you for standing? This is the dangerous armbar grab. So if you're standing here or holding parry, you're a little bit scared, you're gonna get grabbed here, you know? You can't just stand or crouch comfortably. So there's probably going to be some overhead options out of this. Potentially a way to get a regular grab that grabs crouching opponents as well. But because this punish countered, you get another unique property. Not only is Alex a stance character, his moves have unique extra transitions based on punish counter or counter hit. So because the dangerous armbar lands on the parry, it automatically transitions on punish counter into a spiral DDT. So you don't have access from what we've been revealed so far to automatically go into DDT, but because this punish countered, it transitions into that move. So even things like the Sweep Combination and other throws, they automatically transition on punish counter to extended moves. So you're going to see a lot of unique animations when Alex plays. Here we have Prowler stance into the medium kick follow-up, which is your classic head stomp. And look at that on punish counter. It causes a full ground bounce for combo follow-ups. Dry rush stand heavy punch into the medium flash axe, which causes the Prowler stance into flash chop. So Prowler stance can also be canceled into flash chop as well. Into the level 1 for the juggle, and his level 1 Raging Spear has been confirmed to be invincible to strike and throws. So he does have a wake up level 1. But yeah, just see the combo options again. So like, there's so many options out of this Prowler stance that even the blog post hasn't gotten into. So we have at least one instance of getting into Prowler stance and automatically going or having the ability to go into a special move. So the options seem really varied. I'm not sure if you have access to any special move. Can you powerbomb regularly out of the Prowler stance? That would make sense to complete the fear for why you would not want to walk away from his pressure and be caught standing. So a lot of options out of the Prowler stance, and you're going to have to be able to weave into that stance and continue your Oki pressure. Okay, this moment makes me laugh, man. I cannot believe that they opened up the next section with the classic Alex outfit by showing him do drive rush, charge heavy kick, halt momentum. Ryu foolishly tries to check the drive rush. My opponent turned green. I will simply check the drive rush and then hold the world's biggest fucking boot to the dome. Bagoosh. Charge heavy kick, we see here, of course, it transitions both on block and hit into the Prowler stance, and the Prowler stance goes through to the other side, and it actually autocorrects, which is very surprising to me. I'm actually surprised that this turns around. And we have the crouching heavy punch follow-up, which we saw earlier out of the Prowler stance to give the juggle opportunity. And here they go into the OD knee. And as I mentioned before, this is a really great combo ender because it is a hard knockdown. I'm sure it probably does more damage as well, but hard knockdown is great. Alex is a grappler. He's going to want to get in for Oki and mix up with the command grab. Next up, we're seeing the utility of Flash Chop. Heavy punch Flash Chop here can clash with projectiles. And on punish counter there, cause the turnaround and unique animation. So here, this is not only the first time we're seeing this different follow-up. Besides the power bomb follow-up from Flash Chop, you can also go into the oblique stomp. And you see here, Alex stomping on Ryu, the back of the knee. He's getting the grab here. But this is unique in that it's not just the oblique stomp. When you punish counter from the different moves like Flash Chop, you also get the unique follow-ups as well. So this spark animation that you're seeing here is indicative of doing the follow-up on the punish counter. So I don't believe that will play every time you do the oblique stomp, but that red spark effect will play in certain instances when you get specific punish counters with specific moves. So we'll see another example of that coming up later on, and it's just to like let you know that you're going to get that unique transition that you wouldn't otherwise get. So next up, we're going to see the stand medium punch, heavy punch target combo knockdown again. This time, Ryu is going to back roll instead. Go straight into the Prowler stance for Oki. He goes for the light punch for pressure, and then the 2-hit crouching heavy in the Prowler stance. And what is going on here, right? This was a really wild moment. This whole transition into this unique grab isn't mentioned in the blog post. I don't know what move this is. My read on this situation is that if you punish counter with the crouch heavy, because after the 2 hits of the crouching light punch, then the first hit of the crouch heavy, then the second hit connecting here, I believe that if you punish counter with the second hit, it causes the red spark effects and it transitions automatically into a unique follow-up. So that's my read. I could be wrong, and maybe this is a specific special move that was inputted, but I believe that's how this is operating. That's the system of these red sparks. Prowler stance there, low profiling. Again, they're showing off the unique follow-up here. This is the sweep combination, but on punish counter, the sweep combination turns into a flying suplex automatically. So we saw the sweep combination normally just does 2 kicks into a knockdown, but can do different unique follow-ups on punish counter. And yes, crouching medium punch, the God Poke has returned, but this time it's backed up by drive rush cancel. You're able to get in there, drive rush cancel, stand heavy punch, canceled into heavy punch Flash Chop. Get the back turn here into the OD powerbomb follow-up. And the unique thing about the OD powerbomb follow-up is that you can actually choose which side to end on. So here he's going to keep the same side. Normally with regular powerbomb follow-up after Flash Chop, it always swaps sides, but OD lets you choose which side you want to stay on. Here we see Prowler stance into the light kick, or sorry, the medium kick air stampede, actually bait out the DP, classic, baiting out the anti-air attempt with the head stomp, and going straight into the OD power bomb. Boom. Big damage on that one right there. And they're showing off the level 2. The level 2 does have unique utility in that it's pretty good range with anti-projectile options. Level 2 is called the Sledge Cross Hammer, and it does have projectile invincibility. So along with using Flash Chop to clash with projectiles, if a little bit further out, you can also use level 2 to just go straight through them. So Alex definitely has a decent amount of anti-projectile options in this version of Alex. So we're going to have a punish counter DI combo here. So first off, we're going to get stand medium punch, drive rush cancel to stand heavy punch, canceled into Prowler stance, into the jab, into the lariat. Yes, we've gone this far and they haven't even shown off lariat. So let's go ahead and break down what this combo is actually doing. So this is my evidence for why I say certain moves don't take you out of Prowler stance. I believe this light punch follow-up from the Prowler stance keeps you in the stance because lariat from the blog post is only accessible when you're in Prowler stance. So if you want to use lariat for Oki, you can. It is plus on block, that has been confirmed, and allows you to link after on hit, which they show off here. But because of that, it's only available during the Prowler stance. You're going to have to learn how to flow into the Prowler stance to have access to it. So the jab here is able to cancel into another Prowler stance move. It's almost like a chain cancel. It's very interesting. It's like a different sort of special button that you have out of there in that stance. And out of the lariat, now you leave the Prowler stance after the lariat. He goes a regular link into stand light kick into OD Flash Chop. So that's going to be a nice little light confirm after with staying light kick to OD flash shop into the level 3 here. Level 3 is called the Final Prison, and this is just a pretty bog standard level 3 from what we've seen so far. They just use it as a combo ender, and Alex here just permanently disables Ryu. He won't be walking again. Sorry, bud. But of course, Capcom has become like the master of these troll post-credit scene. After they rolled the credits to announce Alex's release date for March 17th, they bring back one final clip in Prowler stance, charge Lariat. Yes, if you are in Prowler stance and you charge the Lariat, not only are you already plus on block for regular Lariat, but charge Lariat is an armored move, so you're able to armor through the buttons. And then as you see here, it causes the actual back turn because it's actually a counter hit. On counter hit, Lariat will cause a back turn. And out of back turn, you're able to then combo into the power bomb. And out of back turn power bomb, you're able to combo into the OD power drop. And out of OD power drop, you have access to one more unique move. That's right. Alex has a secret level 2, not so secret because they showed it off here. Omega Wing Buster, only accessible if you combo into the OD power drop. So you got to set up the condition to get specifically into that move from a back turn into OD power bomb. And this is a big reference to Kenny Omega, who actually did some of the motion capture for this move. It's one of his own signature moves in real life, which is what chat told me apparently. So cool to see Kenny Omega has officially been immortalized in the game itself after all he's been doing to be involved in the Street Fighter community. So that's really badass to see. And that's all I got for Alex in Street Fighter 6. Hopefully you enjoyed this breakdown. Hopefully you learned something about the character. If you want all the notes that we used to make this, I'll be posting these actually on my Patreon page for free. We have all the notes with timestamps breaking this all down. If you want to have access to that to be able to reference what's going on in the trailer itself. And that's all I got for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.